Evening, guys. Yeah, I just thought I'd do a little vlog. Yeah, make little apple crocks. I've got something to show you in a minute. I've done a design for what I want for a new cage setup cabinet for some for the cages. So just find the drawer for it, and then I'll go through it with you. I bet you're thinking, what, more new cages? But no, it's not yet. It's I've got to find someone to build the cabinet and things first, but I'll show it in a minute. But first, currently air fever's doing me head in. And it's so warm. I just thought I'd let you, he's enjoying that. Let you know I've not really done much filming the past few days. I know I did that video with Archie, but I've been concentrating on Arabella because she's not really been so good for the past week. She's okay, but she's just been a bit off her food, and but today she's at full 4 grams, so I'm quite pleased with that. So maybe she just had a bit of an off week, but I'll see how she goes. And but I think it's the warm weather, because he's not eating much either, really, and Archie isn't either. I've noticed it with all previous Sammies as well. When the weather gets really hot, they just barely eat anything. And let me know if any of you guys have the same problems with your Ammies. In the summer when it's really hot, do they slow down with their eating? Because I've had that with every single hamster I've had. It's like the tummy must get really too warm for them to eat, and so I don't know. But you'll be seeing Arabella in a bit, so so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you this. What I've designed a prototype for what I want, because eventually I want to get glass tanks. But in my local garden centre, they've got these reptile tanks, and the doors are slide open like that, and they've got locks on. Obviously, they've got air holes at the back and everything, and the lid at the top opens up, and that's got mesh at the top. So there's plenty of air circulating. And they do some great sizes, right up to about 120 centimetres. So I want to get 4 of them. That'll probably be next year, though, because I've already spent enough on Archie's cage and stuff like that. So, but I need a cabinet to put them in. So this is what I've come up with. Right. So I've got 110 centimetres that way for the cabinet, so it gives a good 10 centimetres gap. I might knock that up to 120 actually, just to give me some more. So the first layer will be the first cage. So obviously it'll have like a shelf there, so the cage will slot in, and then the doors will just open. Same with that one, same with 3, and same with 4. So it's going to be a 4-decker one for each hamster, because as you know, I'll be getting a Russian. And obviously a gerbilarium won't fit in there, so my gerbils will go somewhere else when I get gerbils. At the bottom there'll be 2 wheels at the front and 2 wheels at the back. And then what I've done is I've added it all together. So I've allowed 55 centimetres for each gap. And then the shelf will be whatever thickness they use when who builds it for me. So each one will be 55 centimetres. And so I've got the measurements in total. I'll just turn it over, guys. Are you finished now, little guy? Get off my paper. Hey, cutie. Yeah, so the dimensions from top to bottom, excluding wheels, obviously, because the wheels are not add. It'll just be like, not sure if there'll be screw-on ones yet. Depends on the carpenter who built it for me. So the height in total will be 220 centimetres, so that's the height. The lengthwise, like I said, will be 110 centimetres, maybe 120, going across for each cage. The width will be 55 centimetres. So, or the depth, whatever it is, that way going along. Yeah, so once I've done, this is just a rough sketch, so once I've done the proper sketch, I'll do another video on it, you know, showing you the finished product before I send it off to the carpenter to be done. And what's this one? Yeah, and the wheels is 2 at the front and 2 at the back. So guys, that's my prototype. Obviously I'm going to redraw it better. This is just a rough sketch, and then I'll give the sketch to the carpenter who'll make it for me. And then this is only designed for cages, obviously, with the doors sliding open, which I've always wanted. So I could just open the door, clean the glass. It's a lot easier. The bottom one might be a bit of a problem because of my back, so I've not quite decided if I'll just have the 3 hammies in that one and leave that as a bottom shelf for Carefresh, and then have a new one, and for the gerbils, for the gerbilarium, and then the 4th hammy can go over there or something. So, but this is the basic prototype what I want, and yeah. See, it depends how heavy the glass cages are. I mean, if I can get a one that's lightweight, with the bottom one I could just lift it out and put it on a table to clean. So I'm not quite decided what I'm doing with the bottom one yet, because I do have a bad back, but I'm not too worried about that, because this is what I really want. And then what I'm going to do is when I draw the proper diagram, I'll show you all the layout of each cage, and there'll be 2 lights at top of each cage, and yeah. Hey, cutie. And this is just, like I said, just a rough sketch. So then once it's all built and I paid for it, and then they bring it to me, then it'll look lovely. I think I might choose the beach colour wood, which is my desk colour there, or I might choose mahogany. I'm not decided. But I'm so excited, because I won't be getting the tanks until all this has been built, and then I'll just get like one tank a month, and then once it's all filled, all cages are done, then I can just wheel it about, and so it's easy to hoover up behind if it's on wheels, and much lighter, and it will be good wood, because I'll make sure that I'll tell them that I don't want plywood or anything. Obviously it's got to be solid wood, so I might just knock that up a bit just to give it a few more gaps either way. So yeah. So what do you think of the prototype up to now, guys? Like I said, once I've finished I am going to work on it again, probably tomorrow. I'm going to do the full... Will you get off me paper? You're not paying attention. Yeah, so... Yeah, guys, so so once I've finished the proper drawing, and I've done all the layout for each one, then I'll show you the finished results, and then I'll send it off to the carpenter then and let him do the quotes and make the cabinet, and yeah, job's a good one. So I was also thinking, come here, sweetheart, you can't climb up there, darling. I was also thinking, if I stick with this design, then I want another one. So like I'll have like the gerbilarium on the top, and then underneath I'll have like the cat condo, the cat pen thing for the cat or kitten, and so I'll probably end up getting two, to be honest. And yeah, so I'll go back to this in a bit when I get Arabella, because he wants some attention. So we'll catch you in a bit. Hi guys, back again. Got Miss Bella here. She's just munching a mealworm. So yeah, I think she's because she's nearly 1.5 now. So I think she's starting to slow down a bit, and I've noticed that for the past week or two that she's been slowing down. So see what happens when the weather cools down a bit, eh, darling? She's a sweetie. Ah, Bella, my queen. Come here, my queen. Oh, Bella. Hiya. Come out of the darkness so people can see you. Come on, so they can see your pretty little face. Oh, Bella. Oh, Bella. Yeah, there you go. Hi, cutie. You feeling better? You feeling better? Is this weather making your tummy feel a bit tricky? Eh? Is it curdling your tummy? Beep all. Yeah, so to finish off with this now, like I said, this is my prototype, and which, as you know, I've been wanting to do for such a long while, and I think it's going to look amazing. It's my own design, and it's what I really want, and just the measurements at the moment, I think I might have underestimated them a bit. So, because I do need quite a bit of a gap. So I might knock them up as well, actually, could think of it. So this is just a rough sketch. Once I've done the proper sketch, it'll have all the proper dimensions on it properly. So I think I might even stretch to say 130. So that leaves a good 5 centimetres either way. So if I wanted to upgrade, if I wanted to get 120 centimetre cage tank, then I could. It depends if they do them at my garden centre. I know they do the 100. And but you also need to leave a gap so the air can go through to the where's she gone? Hi, Belle. Yeah, you also need to leave a gap at the top so the air can go through and circulate into the mesh lid at the top and circulate round. So I'd say I'll leave the actual width of the shelf up to the carpenter, because I'll just give him the measurements and he can work it out. But from the shelf upwards, I need, so the cage is 50 centimetres height, then I think that might be underestimated. I'd say I'd go up to about 60, I think. Let me know if I'm underestimating a bit, guys. I'm sure I am. And but I think I will knock it up. I think I'll knock that up as well, knock the height up for each compartment. So, and the way I want to do it is I'm going in order. So Syrian will be at the top, the Russian will be number 2, Robo will be number 3. And number 4 will be either whatever other hamster I have at the bottom one. Whether it'll be another Russian or Chinese. And yeah. So I'm going to draw all the graphics. So like I said, this is just a rough one. Do some markings in coloured pens. So this will be my hamster cage cabinet. Because I've got to measure how much space I've got as well. So you see my cage there, my desk there is 120. So that gives you a guess of what the cabinet will be, width-wise, length-wise. So it will be a pretty big cabinet. And like I said before, if everything works out right, that I'm really, really happy with the cabinet. Because don't forget, each shelf has got to be really thick, strong wood to hold tanks, because they're not the lightest of things. And also I think I will go a bit wider actually, because you'll need a gap to get in case I have to move the tank out to clean and things like that on the shelves and whatever, and just in case I do have to move it out for any reason. So yeah, I'll redo them measurements. So anyway, so this is the first one, and then the second one I'll be doing one for me gerbils when I get my gerbils, and at the bottom one will be where I can slide the cat pen in. So, and then that'll be in the other room, and that'll be on wheels as well. So I think it's all looking pretty good at the moment. I'm quite pleased. So when you see this done all proper, instead of it saying cage 1, I'll show you, like, there'll be lights there. I don't think I'll draw what toys I'm putting in, because I won't have a clue till I do it. But I know I'll definitely be having lights, so 2 lights on each one. So I think that's about it, guys. I'll just see where Arabella's got to. Arabella. Hi, sweetheart. Hello. You've been feeling a bit poorly for the past few days. Eh? You feel a bit brighter tonight though, aren't you? I think it's the weather, isn't it? I've noticed with dwarfs, Syrians are a breeze. I'm not sure with Archie yet, because this is the first summer I've had him, even though I got him last July. No, actually, he was okay, because it was not summer last year as well. But I know with Russians, she's my third one, and all 3 of them, well, the other 2, Casper and Razabi, they hated the heat, they hated the summer, and they just tend to trash the cage and everything, and just to cool themselves off and things like that, and she's doing it as well. She just which is strange because they're supposed to be from hot climates really, but I think it's because we must remember they've been domesticated and I don't know, strange one. But I know with every Russian I've had, they're absolutely so uncomfortable when it gets really hot. And yet I have fans on and everything for them. So that's another thing I want to get. That's another thing. I want to get, because I've seen online where you can get fans, you know, built-in fans. And the little ones where they just go at the back. Or you can put them at the top. I also want to get them for the tanks as well, so I can just switch them on when it's in summer. And they'll get circulated air. You can set the settings so it's not going to be too cold for them. And I'll see how that goes. I'm a bit cheesed off the way that the USB though, so I don't know how that'd work out. But like I said, quite a few of these things will look different once you've seen the new ones, especially the dimensions. I think I've underestimated. Yeah, so enough about that, guys. And so this is gonna be my mind went blank. Gonna be later on for all this. So I like the little wheels. So is our bell. She's scratching. Hello, little girl. Hiya. You little cuddler, aren't you? Yeah, you little snuggle bunny. You gonna do your shimmying? You gonna do your quivering? You gonna do your quivering? Oh, Belle. Whoopsie daisy. Oh, Belle. Oh, Bella. Okay, so I think that's it for now, and hope you enjoyed this tutorial or plans or whatever you want to call it, and you can look forward to seeing the finished product, the prototype product that is, not the cabinet. Obviously that's got to be sent off to be built, but you'll see the finished results once I've worked out the dimensions, because I am going to make them a bit bigger and measure where I want to put it, and then yeah, so I think that's it for now, guys, and I can hear George drinking. I've got a video coming up as well. I'm going to do that tomorrow, how to clean hamster bottles. So I don't know what day I'll be uploading it, but I'm going to film it tomorrow and then upload it as soon as I can. So yeah, catch you later.